We're going live, by the way.
What this was like, I was watching myself be a complete asshole and couldn't control it.
Maybe you got drunk.
No, I was just drunk.
He blew the ass out of them things.
So they're like acting, and then like they're at the diner and they're having milkshakes or something, and all of a sudden, like a new girl
They
walks
bust
in,
into song.
and all the guys are like,
Yeah.
"Why are you watching this? That's fucking horrible, man."
It's fucking a good movie. And it's funny.
In Nashville, everybody was just like friendly, except for me. I remember one guy, I was like, "Are those salmon shorts? Who the fuck wears salmon shorts to wrestling?"
Some of them smell like water and some smell like tilapia.
Hello, ladies.
We all know who Christy Mack is, right?
Call and tell me to shut up. Well, we ain't taking phone calls, so fuck off. How about that? You shut up, Sheena.
Well, Rucker, you know how the song says the party don't start till I walk in?
Mm-hmm.
The party starts when you leave.
Oh wow, that's
Oh.
fucked up. I appreciate y'all breaking it down for me like that. Guess who won't be attending any more Zooms then?
Dude, there's nothing gay about $1 million, man.
I got the Grease record.
Why?
What are y'all gonna fight us with? Fuck
Yeah, with your sharpened ice skates and shit. We got
fucking
guns,
number 2
bitch.
pencils.
You guys,
Hey.
you guys are the best.
Hey, see how your maple syrup pulls up against our fucking gasoline. Never heard of a maple syrup thrower, but I got a fucking flamethrower.
The war is over. Jay standing there, but we make pancakes from scratch. How the fuck did we lose?
My wife has never had sex on a car.
It seemed like every really hot woman there was Asian, and I was just like, "Hey, Soo Young,
What if you pull a booger halfway out
what
your
the fuck
nose?
boogers do y'all have? Y'all got Sylvester Stallone cliffhangers?"
I'd be cleaning the jizz off with my bills.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A got it right, except for how they treat the gays. I don't know this. I ain't about this life. I ain't about this sunburn life. It's like it's missing the dildo. That's the one thing it's missing. Oh my god.
Yeah, it was horrible, dude.
9
I
out of
didn't
10
get it clean.
people that have had a hernia got it from doing like strenuous physical activity. Jay's fucking out of shape, sorry ass. Coughing.
I was in shape then, actually, to be honest.
Who says marijuana ain't dangerous?
Yeah.
Live from Atlanta, Montreal, and Kansas City. Broadcasting on Twitch TV. You're listening to the 80 Proof Podcast with Chris Rucker, J Bomb, and Ad Meyer. So grab a drink. We're live.
We are live here on patreon.com. Thursday, September 22nd, in the year of our Lord 2022.
2 days
Rucker
before the end of the
is
world,
on
baby.
What happened?
2
What
days
was it?
before the end of the world.
2 days?
2 days.
What's supposed to be happening?
I didn't know anything about this.
September 24th, baby.
What about it?
You got to remember where you are on September 24th.
On a Saturday? Why we can't end the world on like a Monday? Like, don't nobody want to go to work?
Yesterday was Earth, Wind, and Fire Day.
Fuck is that?
Yeah, some good fucking hits.
Do you remember?
That's
Talk
them?
about-
First day of September. Away.
Earth, Wind, and Fire Day. What the fuck is that?
They sing the song and it says, "Do you remember?" And it says the 21st of September.
September.
Is there another song that starts off with "Do you remember"? It's not that.
No, that's Phil Collins. I remember.
Oh, that's it. Yeah. Don't worry, worry. That shit.
Yeah.
Wind and Fire also sing reasons, the reasons that we're here. You know that shit, Jay?
No.
You were super gay.
Bro.
Earth, Wind, and Fire, they're like the biggest band ever. They had like 90 people.
I
They're the biggest.
I remember Earth, Wind, and Fire being on, like, you know, back in the day when you used to be
Thinking
like,
Captain Planet.
what? Oh, no. You remember?
Earth, Wind, Fire, Heart.
Nobody cared about Heart, right? You want to know why? He was the Hispanic one, Raina.
I thought he was Asian.
Same thing.
He was orange.
Okay.
I thought he was Asian.
You remember back in the day, you would like be, I don't know. I guess you weren't drinking because we were kids, but all of a sudden you'd wake up or something.
Speak for yourself.
But you wake up on the couch or some shit, and there'd be like names of songs scrolling over your screen because it
Yeah,
was
the
like,
infomercials.
they were selling like some fucking, Heart and Soul Volume 17.
Yeah.
I remember there was a few Earth, Wind, and Fire songs that were on there that I was like, those are good songs.
It was those and like the Encyclopedia Britannicas.
Yeah, that's the
Those
worst.
fucking things.
Or Set It and Forget It. Remember? The rotisserie chicken oven.
Oh,
But yeah, Heart and Soul CDs, those are the shit though. There were some deep cuts on those. Speaking of deep cuts, I don't know people. Y'all pay for Patreon. You see
Yep.
this thing on you.
It's your fault, not mine.
pants off.
It's always a better show.
Pants
on
off
the
for
ground,
Harambe.
Pants on the ground. Looking like a fool with your pants on the ground. Remember that shit?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, wasn't that on American Idol?
Yeah. Throwback. Do we got any throwback things to talk about? I was thinking about one. the
I
other
just
day.
talked about one, the infomercials.
Well, I meant like something we could go on.
Oh.
It is Throwback Thursday.
Well, I do have something for Throwback Thursday we could talk about. So I think I'm going to break down and get an air fryer. And I was really thinking about it. The air fryer can replace a microwave, a toaster oven, which I have all three of those in there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very close. Best Buy has one on sale for $29.
Okay.
That's it? How big
Yeah,
is it?
yeah. Tell me your air fryer experience.
Wait, how big is it? How big is it for $29? Because air fryers are expensive.
It's not digital or anything. It's got two dials. You set the time, you set the temperature. That's it.
Don't
It's
get
not
that shit.
digital.
You got to get you a good one, Admire. This is gonna ruin your experience with an air fryer if you just get a little cheap some bitch like that. You gotta pay like $200 for one.
no
It will
way.
change
They're
your
not that
mind.
expensive, dude.
I got one. Well, they were when I bought mine, probably. But I got one, and it's like you said, it could be a toaster, it could be a fryer, it could be an oven, it could be a microwave. It could be-
It's just, I find myself running out of space in my kitchen because I have a big toaster oven on the counter. I have a toaster and all that. I'm like, why not just fucking simplify this?
Look at that. Gossip Columns just looked you up on $149 instead of $300.
Yeah, but it's
Mm.
an Insignia. That's a piece of shit. Look, this is where I stand with the air fryers, okay? I don't know what the fuck this is. This just looks like that set it and forget it thing. But I know that these like upside down coffee makers were the trend for a long time. But here's the thing. Everybody's always worried about microwaves, right? This shit is way worse for you, dude. That's a fucking plastic oven. Your shit
Mine's
sits in
metal, so
plastic.
I don't know what the fuck you're
Oh,
talking
yours are
about.
metal? Okay, you got to buy the metal ones. So maybe that's why. That's probably why yours is expensive. The cheap ones, the fucking drawer is plastic, dude. You're going to die.
Think of this. When you go out, Admire, right? You go out a lot. You go out to eat a lot, right?
Right.
Say you go to Arby's or some shit like that. You got fries left over. You can't eat those fucking fries later unless you put them in the oven. No, put them in the air fryer. 3 minutes. Bitches are crispy. They're not soggy like if you put them in the microwave. Put them in the air fryer. It's just like you got them from fucking Arby's.
I like that because I like to get high and buy a couple meals and then eat some later.
Little shit like that goes a long way when you put stuff in the air fryer. Fucking pizza rolls in the air fryer. Stop it.
Oh, that sounds
Change the
good.
game. Change the fucking game.
Hmm.
Pop Tarts. Phenomenal.
In the air fryer?
Yeah, buddy. Hey,
You're a madman.
toaster oven.
Have you done a pizza pocket in
Toaster.
there?
A what?
Pizza pocket? Do you guys have those?
Oh, the Hot Pocket pizzas?
Not like
Like
Pillsbury
what?
Hot
Or-
Pockets. It's like a version of that, but better.
Or are you talking about our pizza rolls?
No, pizza rolls. Tino's, those things are so good. I'm sure that's good in the air
Put
fryer. but-
those in the air fryer. They're phenomenal. They're crispy on the outside, and you know how when you put them in the oven, they're still kind of cold on the inside.
Wow.
Not in the air fryer, buddy.
So you have one?
Yes.
Is it faster than the oven?
Yeah. I also have one of those. What do you call it? Fucking thing.
You have a pressure
The
cooker.
pressure cooker.
Yeah.
You can put the frozen meat in there.
Yeah, those things are
You don't
great.
have to defrost it. You just put the frozen shit in there and cook it.
You still use it though? I don't use mine anymore.
I mean, I never used it, but it does.
You know
get
what I mean.
used.
Does the family use it?
So how does an air fryer actually work? How's it different than
It's
all these other devices?
How does
we
the
have?
internet work, Admire? Who gives a fuck?
No, I know how it works. I know. It's it's a very old concept. It's hold on. 1 second. It's a oh my god, why can't I think of this word? It starts with a C. It's a convectional oven and it's small. You know what a convectional oven is? It's an oven with a fucking fan in it so that it blows the heat all around what you're making. Whereas a traditional oven either has an element on the top or the bottom. So you're only cooking it from one side. So back in the day in professional kitchens, they had a convectional oven so they can reverse sear a steak in 8 minutes rather than, you know, the 15 or 16 it takes. So the air fryer doubled down. They have a little mini convectional oven, so it's smaller. So I think that the apparatus itself is great, but what I struggle with is you saying it's going to replace your microwave and your toaster oven. You have all those. I guarantee you're going to buy that thing and you're not going to throw out all the other things. You're just going to have more shit.
Well, that's his fault if he doesn't do that because you don't need that shit. Obviously, a microwave like comes with your kitchen more times than not. Like, not a lot of people have a microwave sitting on a fucking counter.
Yeah,
right?
okay, that's
It's
fair.
Usually
fair.
mounted. But if you do have a microwave sitting on a counter and you got a toaster oven sitting on a counter, you can get rid of all that shit. You don't need it anymore.
Who the fuck has a toaster oven in 2022?
I do.
What are you
Yeah.
putting in there? Open face
Instant
grilled cheese?
strudels. What the fuck?
I used to make all
Bagel.
kinds of shit.
Why?
you talking
It's just a small oven. You have an oven.
I know.
There's a lot more that goes into it.
No, it's just a smaller. It's literally a smaller oven.
Y'all do know, this is for somebody's not gonna know this. I'm about to teach some people this. You know what the bottom drawer for is in your oven? That you put all your pots and pans in?
Warming plates.
It's a warming drawer.
It's for warming plates.
Most people don't fucking know that. They just store shit down there.
Did you know that most oven tops come up? Like
Yeah, so you can clean them.
the ones that have like the little circles, not the flat tops. That's the worst invention humans ever did. Is that flat top stove? It's a horrible invention.
I'm a fire guy. By the
Propane?
way. I don't like the heated top stove. I need to see fire.
You have one?
I need to hear tick, 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 tick.
You
That's
have
what
you have a propane
Yeah.
in your kitchen?
My stove, no. We have natural gas. Like everything in my house is gas.
Yeah, but is it a and fire?
Yeah. That's my stove.
Do you have one of these, Admire?
And
No, I'm all electric.
Okay.
Also-
you got a built-in microwave too, Rucker?
Yeah.
You got one of those, Admire?
Yeah, it's built in over
Oh.
the stove.
Well, you're both bougie. I don't have either of those.
But also, you know what happens? If you have the gas, your power goes out in the wintertime because a big snowstorm, just turn the fucking oven on.
Yeah. And you know what else? You have kids that can leave the fucking gas on and blow your house up.
Well, I mean, you have to pay attention, obviously. But it's not ideal. You would hope that the power doesn't go out, but it gets cold as fuck. So you just fucking light that. You put some fucking blankets up around the living room and the kitchen and make like a little fucking oven.
Yeah.
And everybody just stays in that room. You get real familiar with your family and realize you don't really like your kids.
Well, on top of that, you could also eat, right?
Yeah.
You can
In a
still
power
cook
outage.
shit.
Yeah, exactly. But I've always wanted a propane, and I agree with you. It's 100% better, dude. Like you're boiling water in like 3.5 minutes.
Yeah.
It's a thing of beauty.
And then you never have to like worry about touching something because it's hot. Because obviously there's a fucking flame right there. Like it's hot, right?
Well, yeah, but
Like,
if you turn the flame off and the pan's still hot, you're fucked.
the pan, yeah, but who picks pans up like that? I'm talking about like the stovetop itself.
Oh yeah.
Like you're just fucking walking by and you sit something down for whatever reason, and it's still fucking hot. Boom, fire.
And I find that's what people do with those flat tops. They always end up sitting something on it and melting some shit.
100%, man. 100%.
My buddy remodeled his kitchen. He paid like 15 grand to remodel his whole kitchen, got a fancy flat top, and his kid was getting something out of the microwave and dropped it on there and cracked it. It was like fucking $2 grand to replace the top of the stove.
Okay, but did he have like a flat top that without an oven underneath it? Like it was just flap on an island?
No.
Oh.
It was a stove flat top with an oven.
Yeah, so it's like a glass top. These things are the biggest piece of shit in the world. They don't even heat. Like, the old spirals?
Yeah, that's what I got. The coils on mine.
Yeah, they look like a citronella candle. You got those little tinfoil
Yeah,
things.
yeah,
underneath
yeah.
it. Those are the shit. If you don't have propane, those are the shit. It stays cherry red the whole time. These stupid electrical ones go on and off. On and off. So if you're trying to sear a fucking steak or make seafood or trying to get like scrambled eggs or even eggs, these things are absolutely useless.
I always wanted to see if I could get one of those flat tops and just cook on top of it like it's hibachi.
Oh, like just straight on it?
Yeah, just right on it.
You're so stupid.
I don't think you're the first guy.
Put so much fucking cooking oil and shit on there.
Yeah, it'd be a hell of a clean after. But Rucker, yours
Tell
has.
you what though, you go ahead, Jay.
Yours has like that cast iron checkers, like the steel bars holding your pan.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they are a bitch to clean when something goes wrong on it, but it's still worth it. Those things hold the heat as well. So in theory, if you have enough burners on, you could just put a flat top on your stove and then the whole thing becomes a flat top.
I got a dumb question. I might have thought of something fucking new. Why don't stoves come why don't they make a new type of stove that's like a Blackstone? Like you just have one big flat top that you can cook on instead of doing
Buy one.
pans and shit.
They have those.
Can't you just buy one of those?
Yeah, they have.
Well, I mean, you could buy a griddle to put on top of it, but I'm talking about a stove that is like a fucking Blackstone.
No, they have that. They have
Mom
it.
says they do. It's for the rich people.
No, that's why I haven't seen it.
Well, bro,
They don't sell them at Lowe's.
actually, they probably do. You just got to order them. You got to go to the bougie spot where they like sit down and talk to you at a desk.
You know, there's a whole nother like room at Lowe's.
Yeah. We ain't never going there, man.
Yeah, you gotta have, it's like a Costco membership. They don't let you in there though.
They could judge you. Like if you walk in there and they could just look at like what you're wearing, they're like, nah, you can't afford this. You can't afford a $40,000 fucking griddle in your house.
Go back that way.
It's the fans that are expensive.
Take your ass over there, back over there by the ceiling fan somewhere.
Go get you a fucking GE.
I think the outdoor ones are quite affordable these days, though.
They're becoming more popular, so they are more affordable.
Yeah.
I mean, I love cooking bacon on my grill. Like I'll just take some foil and make like a little fucking fold. I'll get a big piece of foil and then fold the corners up so the grease stays in there without going on the fire, right? I'll turn my gas side of my grill on. And that's how I cook my bacon. So the whole house doesn't smell like bacon. And am I crazy? Like, is it not hard to fucking not have one piece of bacon just burn and make it seem like you're burning the fucking house down every time? Or is it
Every time? Your house is going to smell like bacon all day.
Yeah.
You can do it to perfection.
Outside. That's why I like cooking it outside. You put it on the fucking foil. You go out there, smells fucking good on your deck.
It's a good call.
Then you bring the bacon in the house.
It's definitely a good call.
I'm about sick of bacon.
Sir.
I think I overdid it and ate too much bacon, and I'm just kind of burned out because every time I try to cook it, I'm like, I shouldn't have cooked this.
Really?
Bacon.
I don't cook enough bacon to get burned out on it. I also don't order like a lot of stuff with bacon on it. I'm not one of those bacon people that has, it's got bacon in it. I don't give a fuck. But which is why probably I still like it, because when I do get it, it's like, oh shit, it's bacon.
Are you guys the type of person who eats bacon as bacon, or do you? Well, Rucker already answered. Amar, do you like bacon flavored shit, or bacon inside of a burger, or bacon on pizza, or do you just like bacon like when you're eating bacon and eggs? You know,
I like it. Normally, I like it everywhere, but lately I've just been burned out because it seems like the bacon craze and they put it on everything. So
Mhm.
just burned out.
I was baking on a donut at a shop I went to a little while ago.
I've had bacon on a donut.
You know, I believe that the country's love and infatuation with bacon is actually a reflection of how anti-Semitic we are.
I think it's how fat we are.
I'm kidding.
Well, the fat people that like that type of stuff, they eat actual fat back, from a pig.
But like, I don't think I
Grandmother used to
ever,
cook with that shit.
apart
She had,
from,
she had a jar with fat back and a jar of lard.
Mm.
And she would cook with it, and we all ate it. And here you see me today, overweight as a motherfucker at 40 years old.
honestly, apart from a club sandwich that I maybe eat once every 5 to 10 years, I don't think I ever order bacon in a burger or in any other form other than just bacon with eggs.
That's how often you eat a club sandwich.
Yeah, I don't like them.
Oh man, club sandwich is like a go-to. You can't go wrong.
That's a good thing to get at Arby's is the chicken club.
Yeah, but is it cold cut or is it chunk of chicken?
It's chicken,
Yeah, but is it a chunk of chicken or is it a cold cut chicken?
fucking fillet.
So it's a piece of chicken.
Yeah, it's a piece of chicken.
Oh, then
like
that's
hot fried
okay.
chicken with bacon and lettuce, tomato on it.
Fried chicken in a club sandwich?
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Yeah, club sandwich should be like sliced ham, turkey.
What? No.
Yeah.
No, a club sandwich is just pieces of chicken breast with bacon, lettuce, tomato, and 3 layers of white bread. That's a club
I
sandwich.
worked at Subway, and a club sandwich was ham, turkey, and roast beef.
We call that a cold cut trio.
A cold cut trio was bologna, salami, and Genoa.
We call that the BMT.
A BMT was salami, pepperoni, and ham.
Fuck Canada, right? Like Joey says in the chat.
Y'all got everything wrong up there.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't even know what BMT stood for, but I knew it was salami, pepperoni, and ham.
I think it's
Italian
bacon,
BMT.
mozzarella, and tomato. I honestly, I don't know what BMT is either. That third one was a push. The first two
Big
were right,
meat
though.
toppings or some shit like that. We like make up shit for it.
Up in Canada, it's called a meatball sub. Down here, it's just called a turkey sandwich.
Yeah. You know, it's funny you mentioned Subway. I was there today, and
Best cookies ever.
My wife called me. She goes, "Our daughter dropped her lunch at school," and I said, "Yeah, okay, pick it up and eat it." And I figured, sandwich or some shit like that. She goes, "No, it was spaghetti." Right, we're Italian. Anyways, so I get that. You can't really pick up spaghetti from the floor if it topples out, right? We could all agree with that. You don't pick that up, put it back in your Tupperware and eat it.
Yep.
Yeah. It's wet. It collects too much shit. So she's like, go to Tim Hortons. You guys know what Tim Hortons is?
Yeah, I know what it is. I haven't been there.
So anyways, the Tim Hortons by my work
It's
closed.
like Dunkin', but Canadian.
Correct. It's closed by my work for renovations, but there's a Subway beside it. And I hate getting out of my car. So I get out and I go in, and then they're training some kid. And I swear to God, man, this kid, like, I don't know how many times the girl, and I know she's the owner, looked at me and went, like, that motherfucker's getting fired at the end of the day. Guaranteed. This guy was R-word hard. That being said, I picked up a sandwich for my daughter, and I thought, oh, I'll be a good dad, and I'm going to give her a little treat, right? So I got a little bag of ketchup chips, and I drive to her school.
Those are the shits.
I don't know what school's like in the States, but schools used to be pretty, like,
A
accessible.
lot of shootings here.
Touche.
Good luck fucking dropping your kids' lunch off here. You might not get back to work.
All right, so maybe I'm complaining to the wrong crowd here, but I got there, and like back in the day, you have to go in and you have to go to the office and sign in. They give you like a little thing to wear or something to put around your neck, and you have to go see the teacher. And then before you approach any children, you have to walk with the teacher. They make you stay in this like glass vestibule, like an entrance, and I ring for somebody, and the secretary comes out and just opens her, goes, "Who are you?" No, hi, how's it going? Just, who are you? I said, and I always like freak out with this. I'm like, my daughter dropped her lunch. Who's your daughter? Adelaide. What's her last name? Pietronero. She goes, what? I go, Pietronero. She goes, what kind? I don't, And then the principal walks around the corner and she goes, who's her teacher? And I say, okay, Madame whatever, like Mrs. whoever. And she goes, okay, you passed the test. Because they know every student. There's only like fucking 200 kids. They wouldn't let me in, though. I had to give her the lunch. She wouldn't let me bring it to my daughter.
It's
I
because
had to take my daughter her lunch the other day, and same way, you just go in the office, give it to them.
No, but I wasn't allowed in the school, even to the office. I'm at the entrance between glass. So I gave it to her, and they were super fucking rude, right? And in my head, I'm just telling myself going, I get that you're fearful of what I can do, but do you understand that I'm equally as apprehensive about you not getting this to my daughter?
Mm.
Right?
yeah, I think it's because you're a dad. Like
No, my wife has had the same experience.
well,
Yeah, and she volunteers at that school.
maybe it's a Canadian thing.
I think you guys are paranoid as fuck up there.
Well, you know, we
so-
saw what happened down south, okay?
At our school, you know, like if I go pick my daughter up from after school, I have to go and there's a camera at the door. You push the button and they're like, "Who you here for?" And I tell them, and like, depending on who's there, like if it's the lady that has seen me pick her up before, she'll be like, "Oh, okay." But if she's not, she's like, "Do you have an ID? You got to put your ID up there. Then you got to say what your daughter's name is. Then you got to
Yeah.
say what class she's in, and blah blah blah." And
I
so
don't
just
mind that part of it.
kid lady.
But once you pass that, do they allow you to like enter and see
Oh
your
yeah,
child?
I go in, but you don't go like you don't have fucking
You don't have free reign.
No, they
yeah, you
walk
don't have
with
free
you,
reign of all the grounds. You just kind of stay in the little like waiting area.
and then they bring the
They do
daughter to
let
you, though,
in.
right?
They do let you in. Yeah.
Okay,
Like
so
I can go in the principal's office if I want because it's right there. But like you can't. I mean, you can just go walking around. I'm sure somebody will say something to you though. Like,
Mhm.
who the fuck are you?
yeah, I mean, I get their hesitancy, but
Yeah.
where we live, it seemed like a little over the top there. But when we pick up the kids, it's like a comp in like Nazi Germany. They make them line up first phase and one by one, and the student has to walk out to another teacher, kneel, point to their parent, then the parent has to make eye contact with the teacher and wave before the student is allowed out.
When you wave, is it like a wave or is it like a wave?
Well, I don't know. I went like this.
My parents are over there.
So my son's been at the school.
Sounds awful.
My son's been at the school for multiple years. My daughter started this year. My wife is very involved. Because I think it's because I was there. But my daughter was so surprised that I was there, she kind of lost her shit and just ran towards me. And they knew Catherine, and Sydney, my son, was there with us. They already did the Nazi salute with Sydney, so they knew we're the actual parents. But they forced my daughter to go back to the kneeling teacher and reinforce the exercise. And I just looked at them and I said, I'm this close, man, to just saying fuck it and homeschooling my kids. There's some weird shit going on today.
How many kids come up missing in Canada?
None.
Maybe that's why.
I just feel like it's the state is teaching our children to conform because it's a weird rule. I thought maybe COVID, one teacher behind the cage, because there's a cage, like a fence. Then they walk to a secondary one and have to perform some sick ritual of kneeling down and pointing at their parents.
Where do they go? Auschwitz Elementary?
Might as well be.
It ain't Hogwarts.
Like, I pay taxes, man. Let me see my fucking kid. I remember like leaving school and you would just bust out of the door and there'd be like a million buses everywhere. And you'd walk to the end of the line of buses and then this is if you're bougie enough to get picked up by your parents. And you'd be lucky if you found their car. And they didn't even get out to let you in, man. You opened your own fucking door and you got in, front seat probably. And you
Yeah,
drove
it was a
that
free
seat.
for all. As soon as school was out, just find your fucking ride. Bus,
But-
car, walk.
That's a crazy topic too. What you just said. For people that don't like have kids, probably wouldn't know, but when we were in school, there was no fucking car rider line. Like maybe 5-10 kids got picked up by their parents, and it's because they were going somewhere that weekend and they would come get them early.
It was
now-
bougie.
School's out at 2:30. At 1:57, you can't even drive down the fucking street. Like
Yo,
there's
same.
Yeah.
are these people not working for a living? Can your kids not ride a fucking bus?
Oh no, that's
Yep.
cruel.
Dude, that's how I kind of learned that I lived in a pretty decent town, because that car rider line is a fucking mile long. Nobody works, or at least you know
Yeah.
the housewives. It's fucking crazy.
What are you calling that? A car rider line?
Yeah,
Car riders.
Oh. Do you guys have a thing called kiss and drop?
No.
no, sounds dirty.
Yeah, it does. There's like signs everywhere. It's like a phenomenon here. In the morning, if you're dropping your kid off, they have to exit the vehicle from the back right side, and you have like 12 seconds to do it. So they call it kiss and drop. Kiss and drop. You're not allowed to get out of your car and let your kids out. This starts at kindergarten. They have to be able to unbuckle and get out. So my daughter can't unbuckle herself, and she's in kindergarten. I think it's just because she doesn't want to. You got to stop the car, like, up the street, unbuckle her, get back in, drive to this fucking thing, and then she can't open the door. She's not strong enough. And they give my wife shit every morning.
Well, I would just start doing it slower. Fuck them. What are they gonna do? Tell you to fucking move? Hey, my kid's trying to get
Oh,
out.
they yell at her, man. They yell at my wife. Keep the pace. Keep the pace. Keep the... What the fuck, man?
I'd look at her and go, shut the fuck up.
You need to pull up bumping some kind of crazy gangster shit music and
Yeah. Scare them away or something.
When when my daughter was younger, like her first experience with the car rider line, I think this is when Leanne wasn't working, so she would pick Layla up from school. So the teacher comes to us and she's like, your daughter is so funny. It's like, why? She goes, we called the car riders, and she just sat there. So we thought she was riding the school bus. And they said, Layla, aren't you a car rider? She goes, no. You riding a bus? She goes, no. She goes, how you getting home? She's like, my mom. That makes you a car rider. She's like, my mom drives a Jeep. I'm not a car
Ooh.
rider. I'm a Jeep rider.
Nice, nice. Sassy.
Hell yeah.
Every fucking day. And I'm just like, this fucking kid, man.
I like it. She sets boundaries, healthy boundaries for how people are to respect her.
Yeah, fuck yeah. I ain't riding in a car. I'm riding Vogues, bitch.
You were talking about school buses a second ago. This is another thing that pisses me off. Like, have you been behind a school bus lately?
Mhm.
They stop at the first house on the block. Then they stop at the second house on the block. Then they stop at the fourth house on the block. Then they stop at the ninth house on the block. You know what I had to do? I had to walk. The whole neighborhood had one fucking bus stop.
Yeah, off the main road at the stop sign that road came off of.
Right.
You had to get your ass by there by 6:30, or you missed the fucking
You're
bus.
running, bruv, and they didn't stop. They were. See ya.
Yep.
I watched
Yeah, that's what we
my
got.
son. I watched my son one time, like on the camera. He put his stuff outside on the porch and went back in and started playing on his phone. The bus pulled up, beeped the horn, and waited.
Yep.
My son comes out, locks the door, fucking picks his shit up, walks up the driveway, gets on the bus. It probably took like 2 minutes. To him, he's like, oh, it's not that big a deal. To me, I'm like, efficiency. Like, you're not the only fucking kid that I'm picking up today. Like, I gotta go.
I've been stuck behind buses like that in my town, and the kids are in no hurry. The bus
they're
will
like
honk.
this. They're like
Them
this.
kids will fucking just strut the fucking bus to the bus.
Face down in the cellular.
They don't-
Double strap. Like, dude, you got double straps back in our day. You got your ass kicked. Single strap. Didn't give a fuck. Walkman in. Don't try.
I just I saw a guy the other day walking with his backpack. So you know the little fucking straps that you can tighten it up with? His were like all the way, and the backpack was like up on his shoulders.
Mhm.
And I was like, what a weird way to wear your backpack. And I thought about it. I was like,
That's how you're supposed to.
that's actually
how-
the way you're supposed to wear your backpack.
That's how it was designed.
Good posture. Good posture.
I wore mine loose the whole time. It was down by my ass.
Yeah.
But like,
You're walking. It's like
thing
bouncing
is-
on your ass, bro.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
With your
the thing
Jenkos.
is, like, I got big arms and shoulders. So when you tighten it up like that, it's hard to get in the fucking thing.
Yeah. Cut off circulation too, man.
Yeah.
But I ponder this all the time. So the Nazis that let my kids out of school, right? They're like boomers' children, right? But I'm a boomer's child too. And then my wife didn't send the kids on the bus. My wife didn't send the kids on the bus because of COVID. because there was too many. It was crazy here. So I agreed with it, and then she got used to that new routine because we live relatively far from the school, so it's about a 40-minute ride for my son. So we get to sleep in like an extra hour and a half if they get driven in. So that's
Nice.
that's a pretty big difference, right? So I have no problem with the drive-in. I'd like them to take the bus home just to have the bus experience, but I can't believe how many people line up. Like you said, like you can't get in and out of suburbia with those guys. And back in the day, there was one or two.
None of that.
And I'm starting to think like I'm judging the school teachers, but here I am picking up my kids back and forth in a car. You know, I'm paying that budget to do that.
Little chauffeur.
Right? And it's like, what are we fucking it up too?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're driving them, you're part of the fucking problem.
Yeah, I know, but like,
Taking off
But
work.
but it's convenient as fuck, isn't it?
One parent staying home when they could be working.
not the
just
drop
to
off.
pick the fucking kids up.
The morning, I understand. The coming home, I'm like, babe, you drop them off in the morning, you sleep an extra hour and a half. They don't get home till like 10 after 4 or 4:30. That's the dream. Instead of
I
picking them
wanna
up at
be
3:30.
I want to be a stay-at-home dad so fucking bad. Like
too,
I would
bro.
rock the fuck out of that job. You have no idea.
Yeah.
I'd fucking have my coffee while I'm dropping the kids. I'd take the kids to school if I was a stay-at-home dad, right?
Okay, that's
Kids
what my
to
wife
school,
does. Yeah.
right? Go to the gym after, give them a little swell on, come home, do some laundry. House would be fucking spotless. Maybe a little book club with the fucking neighborhood moms. You know what I mean? Little wind down Wednesday, you know?
Okay,
Well,
I'm going to ask you a follow-up question. After 10 years of this luxurious life, right? Would you then all of a sudden have a twist in your mind and go, my wife oppressed me?
No,
Okay.
I wouldn't.
It's because you're rational.
I would say my wife fucking cared for me so much and took care of me and provided for our family. I will make sure every time I had that little thought, I make sure I make a really good dinner for her when she gets home.
Yeah.
Dude, my friend Mitch that came to our little high school reunion meetup the other day, he's a stay-at-home dad.
Lucky.
This fucking guy.
Yeah.
Dude, his wife makes $220 and told him he doesn't have to work anymore. Just clean the house, take care of the kid.
Are both kids in school?
Yeah.
This guy jerks off on the big TV every day. He's living the dream.
Yeah.
Wouldn't even have to. Know why? I gotta save that for her when she gets home.
No, I would extract it during the day so that I could perform better when she comes home.
$220 a year?
Wow.
What?
U.S.
You about to get the best dick you have ever had.
And he was like the dork at school. Like he was like in our crew, but like he didn't go to parties. He was always drawing and like into Ninja Turtles and POD and shit like that.
He won.
He won.
Yeah.
He's fucking living the dream, dude.
I bet you clutched it too.
You know, I bet that dynamic would be weird though. Like, you want to go hang out with the fellas and shit on the weekend. You're like, I've had a tough week taking care of your kids and doing all this. And she's like, I was at work. Okay. You haven't done shit. Would she give you an allowance? I don't know. I probably liked it. I don't know. I kind of liked it.
You're like, I kind of want to be cucked a little bit like that. That's kind of turning me
Give-
on
give
talking
me
about
like
it.
See, here's the thing. You got all the money, but in the bedroom, I'm still in charge.
That's right.
Dude, and it's awesome. They've been together since we were in high school, since we were like freshmen.
Well, I'll tell
You're
you
like-
this. My wife's been a stay-at-home mom for all these years, and it was a struggle because as being the sole provider and going to work every day, it would fuck with my mind, and I didn't really understand that she still had 2 kids at home and then 1 kid at home. I'm not kidding. My kid started school 3 weeks ago, and our whole relationship has changed in the sense that I understand now what she had. And without having a kid at home and being a stay-at-home parent, I mean, my wife is like, dude, I don't even think of shit anymore. It's just, home life is perfect.
I think that's the one part of me that wants a relationship, because I've had to be the mom and the dad for so fucking long. I do all the cooking, cleaning, doctor's appointments, dentist appointments. Like, I do all that shit. And I'm lucky that I have a work from home job that lets me do that. If I didn't work from home, like this would fucking suck.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna be bold here. It was tougher when we. How do I phrase this?
Tread lightly, sir.
Yes. I think I would prefer if I had to work out of the house and I was a single parent. Sorry. I think it's tougher to be two parents working and coming home and picking up kids at daycare. I think it would be easier if I did it alone. And here's why. Because you're both burnt out and things aren't getting done your way. You have to work regardless, right? And you could correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sure that's a shitload of work and I'm speaking without experience. But I do know what it was like to be two working people and coming home. And that created so many arguments and shit like that. So you had the work and then the arguments. Whereas I would have gladly, I think, have doubled my workload and then had no arguments. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Like it kind of gets done your way, but I never had to do the dentist and the doctors. I feel like if you take that over, that's like a whole other job in itself, scheduling your kid's life. I never had to do that.
Yeah. I know some people that are like stay-at-home moms and shit like that. I don't understand what the fuck they do with their whole day. I mean, that's not a shot at anybody.
You
It's
haven't
just
seen that TikTok where they walk into the room when the kids leave and that song comes on and it's on repeat, but it sounds like a vibrator.
yeah. I mean, like my cousin, for example, she is a stay-at-home mom and she always complains about there's not enough time in the day. How do I get anything done? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like,
Well,
dude, like if you clean your house if you do a deep clean on your house and then you clean your house just 15 minutes a day, it stays clean.
you don't even have to do 15 minutes a day. You could do like 10 minutes every 3 days and you're good.
You know, I don't know, fellas. I disagree. Like kids suck.
Well, no. It's a completely different story if you're a stay-at-home mom and the kids are home in summer. If the kids are both at school and you have 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. empty, in my opinion,
nobody's home then, right? So yeah, you drop the kids off 7, 8 o'clock a.m.
Yeah.
You come home, you clean the house,
Yeah.
right? You're stay at home dad,
Yeah.
right? So you drop the kids off, you come home, you clean the house. House is spotless. Kids get home at 2:30. Your wife doesn't get home till 5. You know what happens in those 2.5 hours? These little sons of bitches wreck everything.
okay.
And it looks like you haven't done anything.
Okay, no, but that is a part of the equation, and I agree with you on that. But why isn't dinner at least going? Because you had all that time, like you prepare, you go pick up your kids, you come back, they destroy your house before you get home, and then but at least you had that time to prep the cooking. You had time to do the laundry. So I agree that the house should be a mess, but the laundry should be done, the bed should be made, the bathroom should be cleaned. It should just be a mess of the kids in the rooms and the living area.
Like an isolated mess at that point.
Yeah.
Like a tidy. All it needs is
feel
a tidy.
You know,
Yo,
when
think
you're
about
the
it.
person that's in charge of everything kids and everything home, like it may seem easy to the other person.
I don't think it's easy.
Yeah, but it's not. Like sometimes it's like I don't feel like fucking cooking. Like let's order Domino's, and you
Fair.
have to respect that, right? In your mind, you're like, I've been at work all day. You've just been sitting at home, but it hasn't been just sitting at home. It's been fucking on the phone with Xfinity because the internet's been out, or you're on the phone with the doctors because your kids got to go for whatever, or you're on the phone setting up dental appointments, or basketball tournaments, or ballet, or what like other shit goes into it, which you have to understand.
Yeah.
But I do think you're right to an extent that if there's no kids at home, like there should be something done, like because that's technically your job if you're a
Right.
stay-at-home parent.
And it's only judged by what you got to accomplish in the day. It's to me, it's the way it works for us is that as long as it's progressive, as long as it's, not like, oh, I haven't felt great. Like everybody has their lazy days, and I never think, well, your lazy day and my lazy day are two different things. I still have to go to work regardless. To me, it's just there's been no movement forward. The house could still be a mess. Dinner could still not be ready, but, she canceled 3 subscriptions and paid all the bills. That's still a progressive day for me. It's when nothing's done and you're like, what the fuck did you do?
So I know this lady that doesn't work. She's a stay-at-home wife, whatever, and no kids in the house. And it was my ex-wife's aunt. And so I was like, what does she fucking do all day? She doesn't have any kids in the house. Like she's a stay-at-home wife. Oh, she pays bills. Well, how many fucking bills do you have that 30 days a month?
Put that shit on auto pay.
Like, but I've worked at home for fucking ever. And even when I was married,
home calm.
Mom.
Karen.
A commie.
That's a Korean mother.
Gotcha.
No, when I was still married and working at home, it was like that. She would have to go to the office every day. I got to stay home at work, and then she'd come home, and it's like, what'd you get done? What'd you do? Why isn't dinner ready? It's like, well, I still fucking work. But I don't know if this is like this for you guys, Jay, but like when I worked at home, or like Catherine stays home, when you get home from work, is she ready to go do something? Because like that's where me and my wife really broke down, because I was stuck at home all day. I want to go fucking do something. I got to get out of the house.
It took us a long time to find our balance. And I just want to preface this with, I don't think that being a stay-at-home mom, even with kids in school, is easy, because you got to stay motivated to do everything you got to do, which I think like everybody's reality is relative. I truly believe that. If you're used to something, that's your workload. It's probably the same feeling as someone who's used to having a bigger workload. So I'm fine with that. We found a really good balance where we used to struggle with the second I got home. I had to kind of go into the mode of a parent, and my whole thing was my day sucks. Like it's just so horrible for a long time. So when I come home, she's more than okay with me spending half an hour to 45 minutes at times, kind of just either in the bedroom, or I go to the front room and sit, or I come up in here and just peruse the internet and just transition out of the quiet mind of work to home life. And I think that's something like I fucking really appreciate. But of course, if she wanted to do something right away, I have no problem with it at all. Because my kids are older now. I think it's different when your kids are young, though. When your kids wipe their own asses and can feed themselves, I mean, really, what is left? You just got to make sure they don't die. That's it.
Well, you know what could solve this?
Cages.
The Powerball is $270 million on Saturday. I think we need to go in for another 10 each.
I'm in.
I'm with it. Y'all got my PayPal. Let's fucking do it.
Well, let's see who's in the chat. I mean, we didn't even address these guys today. We got Rain is here, Joey DeLorme, he's active, gossip columnist. Jeff is here as well. Yanks.
Jeff's not here. That's Stephanie. She signed in his fucking account and didn't know how to switch it back.
Oh, perhaps. Yeah, Karen's here as well. I'm in, man. The Lotto Max in Canada is high. It's 70 million.
What a crock of shit. These people that won the 1.4 whatever billion dollar thing only ended up getting like less than 500 million after everything was said and done.
Yeah.
Like, where does that $1 billion go?
Tax.
Like, we were talking about this in the Discord, Admire. You were like, well, they didn't take the lump sum. So, but it's like, okay. So I took the lump sum. Why do I get less money? Because I'm getting it all up front.
Because they don't get to make their money off of it. If you do a 20-year payout, they're holding your money and collecting interest on your $1 billion. That's a shit ton of money in interest.
They never lose, Christopher.
But the prize is 1.4 billion, meaning they already have that money.
Yeah, but they get no gain if they give you all that 1.4 right at once.
What a crock of shit.
Yeah, but they had all that money.
Really, what? Then they should put on the fucking billboards that I drive by. They shouldn't put 1.4 billion. They should put fucking 980 million.
Dude, that's your choice. You can get the 1.4. It's just going to be a 20-year payout.
Who wants to do that though?
Well, I think I would.
You would do a 20-year payout? Bullshit.
No.
Yeah, it would because I think
It depends on how much money. They
if it's
gave me.
1.4 billion, you're bringing in
Yeah,
a
how
couple
much? How
million
much are
every
you
year.
giving me every year? What's 1.4 divided by 20?
It's fucking huge.
Because
You're
if
getting
I'm
like
getting-
20 million a year, so you're fine.
Yeah, if I'm getting that
You have to. That's a responsible choice. You gotta think grandkids, great grandkids.
no.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
What if the
happens if I die?
lottery? What if the lottery goes bankrupt next week after you
It
won?
wouldn't, though, because motherfuckers like us play the lottery all the time.
Well, it's a government run thing. They don't go bankrupt. They'll get bailed out.
Yeah, they wouldn't go bankrupt.
They'll just print more money.
But it depends. Like, all right, so if I win and it's a 20-year payout and I die fucking 17 years
No,
into it,
it's well here it's in your will.
okay.
Yeah, you get a beneficiary.
Then yeah, I'd probably take the fucking like. All right,
If I won $1 million, I'm taking it. I'm not taking that over.
You
20.
write me a check tomorrow for $460 million, or for the next 20 years, you write me a check for fucking $34 million.
Yeah, it'd be Bobby Bonilla Day
It's
every
safer.
year.
Either
It's safer.
way, I can't spend all of it within the, like I won't get through the rest of 2022 and
Oh.
get to 2023 and spend that $34 million.
If you knew 34 million was coming January 1st, I would spend the first 34 million.
Yeah,
from
yeah,
now
you're
to
gonna make sure that-
January 1st.
What would you spend it
You're gonna
on?
make sure
just-
that bank account is on zero, so
E-
when it hits,
Everybody.
What would you spend it on?
Because you know 34 million is coming and you know there's another 20 of them after, you're going to be really irresponsible until you be mature. You're maturing with the money. It's
You have
actually
no idea how much $1 million is, and you got 34 of them.
$1 million isn't a lot, dude. Not at all. No way.
Mm,
Okay, so you get the 34 million now. You go, all right, I'm going to buy a new house, right? 34 million, you know what 34 million is coming in 3 months.
but you would have to be non-opulent and not buy a fucking $17 million house.
What the fuck big
where
word
the-
was that? Opulent? I don't even know what that means.
yeah, what the fuck?
Would you
Explain
read that? Did you
yourself.
read that today for the first time?
No,
That's a
it's
good one.
fucking word. Opulent.
What does it mean?
That's one of them. What do you say? $5 words?
But yeah, you buy a $17 million house and it costs $17 million a year for upkeep on the house.
Bruh.
Why would you do that?
Dude,
Opulent.
what a word. Well
Thank
used.
you.
That's even, I can't even say that one. Ostench. Do you know what the,
Ostentuous?
Yeah.
ostentatiously
That's one of-
rich and luxurious or lavish?
Thank you.
Wow. I think that's better. What was the other word that I was really impressed with that you've used before?
There's been a bunch of them.
This is the best one I've seen. That's next level, dude. That is opulent.
How did you not know opulent?
Never heard the word.
That's the first time I've ever heard that word.
I've never
you
even
shitting
heard of
me right now?
ostentatiously or ostentatious. I need to know what that means.
Ostentatiously.
Oh, we said it wrong. Let's see how you say this word.
Ostentatious.
Ostentatious.
Rucker, did you win the fucking spelling bee?
Actually, I was a second and third grade spelling bee champion. Yes.
Okay,
I was gonna say, you know some fucking words.
what word did you lose on? Because you'll never forget it. What word did you lose on?
I didn't lose. I won the second and third grade spelling
Oh,
bee.
I thought you said
I
you
didn't-
came in second and third. Sorry.
No. I won second and third grade spelling bee, and I didn't participate in the fourth grade because,
Chose not to run.
it was too easy.
Tired of winning.
Yeah. So
Ostentatious.
Kind of like the Cowboys. You went back to back and never won again.
Right? What, 30 years.
ostentatious means characterized by vulgar or pretentious display. So the other
If
word
I hit the
you said,
Powerball, I'd be ostentatious.
dude, that makes that you just double down on opulent, man. I think that's the greatest use of word other than when you said cunt that this show has ever seen. Really. That was the most well-timed and you just threw it in there. I had to be like, that guy just mumble? Is that a word? Wow. Sorry to cut you
I
off.
called somebody a cunt the other day, and I couldn't. I was like, damn, that wasn't as cool as when I said it on 80 proof.
Jesus. I don't know where you were going. I totally sidetracked you, but
I don't know either. It's over.
I don't
No.
I think you would be opulent if you knew that January was coming with 34 million and you'd spend that dirty cunt money really quick. Like you would buy a
No,
$10
but,
million
like,
house if
It's
you,
like,
I don't know.
dude,
I feel like if you're getting $34 million every year for the next 20 years, you would go crazy, but like you would have to be stupid in order to spend all of that. Like, I don't, if you gave me $34 million right now and I did everything that I thought would be fun and I gave my kids like $2 million each, I still think I would have money left over.
dude, I'm gonna do that. That's gonna be on next week's episode. I'm gonna come up with the biggest, downfalls of people who won the lottery.
okay, well, also let's think about this and chat participate too. If you were to win $20 million a year, tell me what you would spend the $20 million on in that year. Because I think it's very quick. Because this is how I look at it. Let's say you took the grand total or the lump sum, $500 million. You're getting that in one shot, right? So you have everything when you don't know what it's like to have money.
Mm.
You're not going to mature. You might mature halfway through it. You might mature, that's why a lot of people, like Admire mentioned, fuck up winning the lottery. Now, if you have 20 million, I think you're going to learn that lesson on that first 20, maybe the second, maybe even the third. But hey, man, there's another 17. So you're going to mature with that. So I think it's beyond a doubt the better way to go. Unless you're like 80.
All right.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do the math real quick. All right. After 53 days, the winner of the $1.33 billion jackpot has come forward. The $1.33 billion is reduced to $780.5 million
Half.
on the lump sum average.
Oh, and then they get taxed.
That's reduced to $453 million after federal and state taxes.
Yeah,
All right,
they
so-
paid 40% tax.
So $300 million in taxes. All right. So say you don't do the lump sum and you just do 133 billion, right? And you
Million.
take 40% of that. That would be, let's see, half of 1.33.
No,
would
that's
be-
not how it would work. You get taxed less. You'd be taxed yearly on 20 million.
Yeah, so that's what I was gonna say is either
Well,
you
it's
get
not
taxed
20
yearly
million,
on 20
it's way
million.
more than 20 million.
Yeah. What was it? 1.3 billion?
1.33 billion over 20 years.
divided by 20.
So 13300.
0.00000.
Yeah, my phone wouldn't even put in enough
Hold on.
zeros when I was doing
How many
the math.
zeros is it? 100. That's 133 million. Another one. 1.33 billion divided by 20. You're getting 66.5 million a year, and then you're gonna get taxed.
40% off of that.
Yeah, let's just say 40%. Yeah, minus 40%.
That's like
You're getting
that's
40
like
million a year.
million.
So
How
40
much?
million times 20.
6 million.
40 million times 20. You're gonna get 800
$800
million.
800. So you end up making a little bit more if you drag it out.
What do you mean? You're making
basically double it.
350
It's almost
million
double.
more. That's
Yeah,
not a
it's
little bit,
almost
guy.
double.
But
All right,
once you have that much,
$40 million a year, so you're LeBron James.
This
No.
motherfucker's got a installed hanging microwave, and he's saying $350 million. No big deal. Come on.
no, but once you
I
hit a
tell you
certain
what, Admire,
point,
you could afford. You could get that fucking flat iron stove you wanted. You
No.
and Joey DeLorme could go shopping together now at Home Depot.
once
Isn't
you're
it?
over a certain amount, it doesn't matter. Whether you have 400 million or 800 million, it doesn't matter. You're not going to run out, and you have generations of wealth.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You get the generational wealth now, right? So it's not about you when you make that decision. Like, again, I feel like if you give me $40 million tomorrow, or you give me $400 million tomorrow, I'm not going to spend either one of them.
Yeah, right.
So why wouldn't I just take the one that gives me $40 million every year for the next 20 years? And then I end up with $800 million.
That's easy to say when you don't have it in front of you, though.
Or you could do it.
When what?
Like you said, I would spend 40 million the same way I would spend 400 million. That's easy to say when you don't have it in front of you. 400 million is 10 times 40 million.
Honestly, what the fuck are you spending money
Bro,
on? Like,
dude.
That's what I was going to say is like, I don't understand how these people go broke because, yeah, dude, I would go buy $1 million boat. I would buy a $1 million house, but
that's
where's the
only
rest
$2
of this
million.
money?
You got 38 million left.
There's only so much money I can spend at fucking Texas Roadhouse every night. Like,
Yeah, but you
And
buy
know
a
what
Texas
happens
Roadhouse.
also? You know what happens also when you have that much money? You get a lot of free shit.
Yeah, that
That's
is a
so
fucked
much
up
money
thing.
Places
Who-
like
who said that recently? What celebrity came out and said that? Do you know what I'm talking about? Ah, fuck. It was a celebrity who came out and said, I think it was Britney Spears actually. She said, when my family had no money, we were given nothing. And when my family was worth, $800 million, everything was free. She said that's fucked up.
because they just want you to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
They want somebody that's in there spending a shitload of money that looks like they're having a good time, right? You got all these Instagram followers now. I got like 500 followers on Instagram. I win $40 million a year. That's just gonna go up a lot more. And think of all the money you make just by having money.
yeah, it takes money to make money. Like, you could sock that money away, them payments you get, and put them in like a CD or something, and you're automatically going to make like $500,000 a year just on the interest from a CD.
And spend that, live off of that.
Yeah, you could
That's
literally
what-
live
yeah.
off the interest of your investments.
I don't understand how these people go broke when they win these jackpots. Go ahead, Jay.
I have a question. I got to piss so bad. You want to take a break or you want to keep going and I just go take a piss?
We could take a break.
Let's
Yeah.
take a break.
I know, because we're flowing real well. So, okay, you don't mind? Don't want to fuck this up, but I'm
Let's
going to
take a
piss.
break.
Okay,
Let's do it.
take a break. We'll be back. 80 proof. Motherfucker.
On the dark desert highway, cool wind in my hair, warm smell of colitas rising up through the air. Up ahead in the distance, I saw a shimmering light. My head grew heavy and my sight grew dim. I had to stop for the night. There she stood in the doorway. I heard the mission bell, and I was thinking to myself, this could be heaven or this could be hell. Then she lit up the candle and she showed me the way. I heard the voices down the corridor. I thought I heard them say, welcome to the Hotel California. Such a lovely place, such a lovely face. Cleaning your room at the Hotel California. Any time of year, you can find me here. Mine is Tiffany Twisted. She got the Mercedes Benz. She got a lot of pretty, pretty boys that she calls friends.
I'm sorry, that song fucking sucked.
That sucked.
That guy was fucking horrid shit. Can we all agree on that?
Yeah, and the Eagles fucking suck anyway. So
Oh, no, you're a piece of shit. We're going back on mute. We're staying on break. Fuck you. right, I did a little bit of research on the break. So in Canada, right, we have lotteries. It's called like Win for Life, shit like that, where you get bacon. Look at this guy, huh? Look at this guy shutting it down. It's like fuck your bacon. Fuck your bacon discrimination. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, chat. I didn't have that much time to figure this out, but we have like Win for Life, which is
We have that too.
so it's $25,000 a month for the rest of your life, right?
I think ours is $1,000 a week for the rest of your life.
There's that one too. There's $1,000 a week and there's $25,000 a month. There might be a few other ones depending on how much you're willing to do but it's a scratchy ticket. That being said, even if you win that, you have the choice to take a lump sum. So you could just say, okay, fuck it. You're this age. There's a calculation done. They work it out. And when they say life for life, I believe it's only 25 years. It's like a life
Yeah, it's
sentence,
capped.
right? Now, here's the thing. They'll give you the lump sum if you prefer, meaning if you want the lump sum, you could take it and then invest it and have residuals. So you'll get whatever amount that comes out to, 25,000 over 25 years a month. The other way around, if you win 70 million bucks, there's no tax and you could take it in a lump sum, or if you prefer, they can give it to you over a period of time. Because if you have a plan, I don't know. I guess it depends on your financial situation. Maybe you want to break it down that way for whatever reason. I don't freaking know. But from what I'm reading, and I could be incorrect, it looks like if you take the lump sum of a winning in Canada, you're not penalized for taking the lump sum over taking it over a certain amount. And you could break it up per day, per week, per month, per year, or per quarter. And it's,
Wouldn't that be cool? I would do daily. Just wake up every day and see fucking thousands of dollars deposited.
Get that fucking email. $88,000 deposited.
Yeah. Yeah, but you know what? Daily would suck because you'd be like, oh, I just won, 70 million, but I only have 88,000 today. Tomorrow I'll only have whatever that number is. And then you're like, it takes a while before you get that first mil. But at least you could say the first million was the hardest.
But the best is knowing that money's going to keep coming daily. Like, think about if you're just having a bad day.
If I was that rich.
But you still have to, you can't buy anything cash at that point. You're not buying, a boat and a car and shit cash because you only have 88,000.
Yeah, but you could
Today.
literally finance
tomorrow-
anything.
You'd have fucking 176,000.
Okay, but you win $70 million. You want to wait a week and a half before you can go and buy a house? No, you're like,
Why
dude.
not? Fuck yeah. I would sleep so good for that week.
Right?
You have no idea.
It's-
I would be so drunk and sleep so good for that week leading up to that. Well, next week, I am balling out.
It's probably the
Well,
most responsible way to take
Like
it.
even waking up hungover to that text that another 88 grand was deposited, you're instantly not hungover anymore.
Fuck
Like,
no.
fuck, what am I gonna go do today?
Garcon, another Bloody Mary, please. Extra
Ma-
bacon.
Yeah, make it extra spicy this time.
If you though, let's get back to the 20 million a year or $34 million a year for 20 years. I feel like $34 million sounds like a lot, but I do believe that if you know more is coming, I doubt any of us winning that amount of money. Let's say it's 34 million a year. I don't think any of us would ever, like, you want to do stuff, you want people to do it with you.
Right. So while we were on break, I started looking that up. How do these people go broke? So there's 3 things that cause people to go broke that win these big sums. The first one is they start their own business
Well, that's stupid.
and they pump their own money into it, and they'll be taking a loss, but they have enough money that they keep pumping money into it just because it's something they enjoy, and they lose money.
Worst thing you could do.
The other is family and friends and partying. Is like you just said, they don't want to do all this shit alone. So when they go on vacation, they're taking 10, 20 people with them.
Oh my God. Private jet. We're going to Vegas. We'll swing by Montreal, pick you up, Jay.
Okay, but that's
Vegas?
extravagant. That's extravagant. It's
It's
one.
opulent.
It's opulent. It's one, like, I think that's a foolish thing to do.
You do it one time a year. You just get all your best people. Like,
No, but if
you
you
plan everything out. Like, hey, on fucking October 23rd, everything's on me. be at the fucking airport. I'm coming.
Right. Yeah, but these people that I was reading about, I mean, it was like a weekly thing. Like they're,
Oh no.
oh,
No.
you know, yeah. Hey Jay, quit your job. You're just gonna go fuck off on vacation with me for the rest of your life.
I
That
mean-
makes it not fun though if you're doing it every day, right?
Well,
Like,
hold
you gotta
on.
have to look forward to when you got that much money.
Yeah, but if you're the friend of someone who's got that much money and they tell you to quit your job, I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, listen, give me a 2.5 cushion.
I make this much. I'm going to need this much every year for the next 20 years.
yeah, or just
So
give me the
let me
lump
quit
sum.
my
I'll take it
job.
like that. I don't
And I
mind.
need it in writing. Oh no, I don't want the lump sum. We talked about this. I want you to pay me yearly. Like
No.
every January 1st. I need 98,000.
Realistically, though, getting back to that, being somewhat responsible when you win $1 billion to take the 35 million a year. If I were to, let's say 4 times a year, I invited everybody in 80 Proof, all my friends and their family and shit like that, I would just either. You would have to hire somebody to orchestrate this, but I would just buy them all commercial flights to wherever we're going and meet them there. I wouldn't get a private jet and pick them up one
Oh
by one.
no.
'Cause
I'm going to pick up everybody.
Well,
One time a year?
yeah, but that's
One time
probably
a year?
that's probably 10 million. That's probably half of your year.
That's
right
right
there.
$10 million.
What are you talking about? You
You
don't
can
think it's $10
rent
million?
rent a private jet. They got private jet rentals all the time now.
Okay, so private jet, right? You send a private jet to me. Where are they bringing me? To the destination?
We're going to Vegas.
Okay, so we're going to Vegas, right? Private jet from wherever you hire them. I guess you would hire them in Montreal to fly me to
Well,
Vegas.
I guess when we leave your place, we're gonna go to Kansas City. We're gonna pick up Admire. You know, maybe EJ Reed hops along.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Then we're gonna hit. Well, I mean, we're gonna do it in fucking order, right? We're gonna leave Atlanta.
Sorry.
We're gonna head up to the East Coast, grab JP's stuttering ass and
I got you.
Karen, right? Get them. Then we're gonna hit over Montreal, pick up you, maybe Dez, maybe fucking
Jeff and Steph.
Petro. Yeah. Pick up all the Canadians, right? Then we're gonna head down.
Would you make them all meet at my house?
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
we have to go to the airport,
I'm-
right?
What do you think? I'm rich? Y'all better get there together.
We'll send a limo for you.
Yeah,
not
could you send a
paying all
limo
these-
at least? Rucker, come on. 34
No.
million a year. You wouldn't send a limo?
That's how people go broke. Okay. Airport.
He's
We
like the
just talked about
$85
this.
limos where I cut it.
We just
Bullshit.
talked about it. It's like the school bus. Like you got to meet me at the bus stop. Okay? I'm not coming to everybody's fucking house.
Yeah, bullshit. You're driving to the airport in your fucking Cavalier.
Hey, come on. It's been long enough. Let's get
We're gonna swing
on.
down. We're gonna pick up Admire and EJ. Then we'll go to Denver, get Joey. You know,
That's going to be the
then go to
expensive
Texas and get the Chaoses,
one. Mhm.
and then we're gonna end up in Vegas, and then y'all can find y'all's old way home after that. I ain't taking you back home.
Where's Yanks at? Is he in Kansas City? Can he make it over to your house, Admire?
I don't think
Yeah.
he's old enough to go to Vegas.
Oh, you could pay for it. You could pay him in.
Go up to the bouncer, slide him fucking $500.
Yanks will be our driver in Vegas. He's got to stay sober. That's the stipulation.
Good luck with it. You don't need a driver. I'm going back to Vegas, by the way.
Did you book it?
Mm-hmm.
When?
What do you mean when? When did I book it or when am I going?
When you go? I don't give a fuck when you booked it. When you going?
October. End of
Really?
October.
Quick
Yeah.
turnaround.
Yeah, I liked it. It was a lot of fun.
So did Rucker hit the Powerball that we don't know about?
Yeah, seriously. What'd you win?
No, but I get a big
When's-
bonus at work.
When's the
This week.
fucking jet?
See, you get a big bonus from work in a couple weeks. So this is what your reoccurring payment from the lottery would be. Just like payday. I know I'm getting paid tomorrow, so I'm going to go fuck off today.
Okay. 2 things. One, I thought you meant you would get a private jet for everybody to go to the destination individually.
No, I was talking
Okay.
about picking everybody up. But I'm gonna pick y'all up first because I'm not flying that much.
No, you're
So
gonna.
I'm gonna pick all y'all up, and then y'all gonna meet me in Atlanta, and then we're going. To
Yeah,
Las
yeah. Okay, I got you.
Vegas. I'm not flying all around this fucking globe. You kidding me?
The globe. You guys think America and Canada is the globe? It's so fucking crazy.
I mean, it's multiple countries, sir.
It's 2.
That's multiple. That's literally what it means. More than one.
It's not the globe. Anyways.
Cunt.
Oh, nice usage. -5. The other thing.
You got $1 million, but we can't afford a fake ID for me. Yank shows up talking about he's McLovin.
Well, look at this though. You got a bonus from work and you're going to Vegas with it, right? So that's the equivalent of you buying like a $20 million house if you won fucking 400 grand, 400 million.
But yeah, because I still have income.
Yeah, but you don't have
So
another
the
bonus
money that
coming.
I'm blowing doesn't really count as the money that I'm blowing. 'cause
Yeah,
I-
your
I'm not
Powerball, you
blowing.
still got income.
Right. But I'm doing it responsibly.
Okay. I forget.
So-
what I was gonna say.
So it
Catching credit card points.
if you want all that money, what is the dumbest thing you would spend money on? Like, what is that one splurge you're like, I don't fucking need it, but I'm doing it?
I know right off the bat.
Dumbest thing?
That just makes no sense. Like, for example, I'm not rich, but I posted that Arby's sign in the chat last night. $150 for a 5-foot tall Arby's sign. I'm gonna go buy it.
Yeah, you better. I want to
Like
see it in the
on-
podcast.
on a bigger scale, if you hit the Powerball, what's something you're just gonna like? Are you gonna? Are you gonna have a pro wrestling show in your backyard?
Oh, good call.
I would get a wrestling ring built in my backyard. and I
Yes.
For real?
Oh, I'd fly to Georgia on my buck for that, baby. I want to run the ropes. I've never run the ropes. Have you ever run the ropes?
would- yeah, once.
Where? In a real ring?
Yeah, they told they were mad too. At WWE Access, they have a ring, and you're supposed to take pictures.
Oh, yeah, but those ropes
Fucking-
weren't taut. I was there. They weren't taut. They were loopy.
I hit them bitches though, and they were not happy about it.
I was at a concert and they had a wrestling ring. It was a festival, and I tried to sneak past the barricade. And guys like, "What the fuck you doing?" I was like, "Dude, it's my dream. I just want to run the ropes. Just let me run the ropes." He goes, "No." I said, $100. He goes, "No." I said, $200. He goes, "Get in the ring and run the ropes." I said, "Fuck you. I'm not giving you $200 for this. I'll have a dream somewhere else." What do you think? I won the fucking Powerball?
No, if you'd get 34 million a year, I bet you gave them that 200.
Hell yeah, motherfucker.
But see, because I always think about that. Like, if I won the Powerball like that, like I'm into music, I would pay for like one of my favorite bands or groups to like do a private show at my house, and that's how I'm gonna go broke. Having Killer Mike and fucking run the jewels in my
I
backyard.
would
While you
definitely
jerk
build a fucking wrestling ring in my backyard and restart my backyard wrestling federation.
Fly all your guys in on private jets there? Yeah.
Yes.
And then you go
Fuck
broke
yeah.
because you're investing your own money and it's not making any money.
I wouldn't go broke on it. Yeah, it's like $8,000 to make a fucking wrestling ring. That's
Seriously,
fine.
you drop 30K on that whole project, you're having a great time.
Yeah, I'd build a little fucking dome over the top of it, put some chairs out
You
there.
gotta have
people come
cameras and
over.
multiple angles. We gotta do
Yeah,
something with this.
let people come over and watch.
Live stream it. But when you get your paycheck, like you said, Admire, you know tomorrow's your paycheck. I have a couple questions about money. Do you feel like the first few purchases are just kind of free on a fresh paycheck day?
Oh yeah, it's like I just got paid. Full tank of gas, oil change. Let's go.
Yeah, but especially like, you know, you're gonna go like, you know, you're gonna go eat out. You know, you're gonna spend $43. It's free, right? It's free that day.
Yeah.
Do you
I'm
feel that
going
way?
to get a big old fucking steak? Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking. Because like anytime I have leftover money, I'm like surprised. I'm just like, fuck yeah, this is.
Oh, that's like a bonus.
I didn't expect to have leftover money. Let's
Yeah.
go.
That happened to me one time at a strip club.
Oh, your paycheck hit while you were there?
No. So like casinos and strip clubs are the same, right? Like I take how much money I'm willing to spend and or lose, and I leave the rest in the car. And
So
I don't
responsible.
go to ATMs, right? They were having some kind of like anniversary thing, so everything was like half off. And I thought I had spent way more than I actually did. And she's like, "You want to go to the private room?" And I was like, "I can't afford that." And I reached in my pocket. I'm like, "This stack is a little thicker than I thought." And it just so happened I had more than what it cost to go to the private room. So I went to the private room.
Well, they have flat rate private rooms where you are?
What do you mean flat rate? It's not a fucking, yeah. It's like,
Yeah, it's $20.
it costs X amount to get in there, and then you pay her X amount, and then
Yeah, but
for how
you
long
got to
you're
pay
gonna
per
be.
song or pay per.
No, it's for how long you want to be in it. You want to be 30 minutes or an hour. It's like a massage.
It's
Oh fuck, we don't. I ain't never been to one like that. It's like $20 and you get a private dance for one song.
No, the champagne room, the VIP room.
yeah.
I've never been.
Yeah. Okay. So
I hadn't either.
you
I
paid-
hadn't either until that day where I had all that extra money.
okay, so you paid the second cover to get there, right? There's like another bar set up. It's a little bit smaller. You could go in the champagne room, right? But you got to go in with a girl, correct?
Mhm.
And you
Yeah,
could just,
but remember, there's
But the-
no sex in the champagne room.
of course,
Also
not.
got kicked out the strip club that night.
Okay, but $20 ain't gonna get you half an hour.
No, it was more than $20.
Yeah, it's like $100 for a half hour.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I've only done the $20 one song private dance.
Yeah, and like the little cubicle thing with the little
really.
drawstring, and you're like, this is sticky.
Really
Yeah.
punk,
It's
right?
like, wow, you're really grinding against my boner. This kind of hurts.
This is
Dude,
Patreon. I'm not gonna talk about what happened in there, but let's just say the waitress walked in and was like, "You got to go," and I was like, "She's the one doing this. It has nothing to do with me." And you know how when you get so drunk, like all you can see is in front of you. She was like looking for a bouncer to come kick me out, and I like walked out the curtain, and I walked past all my friends, and all I saw was the exit.
my guess is you poked a few of them in the eye, right?
I hit the exit, and I ended up at the gas station across the street, and I called my friends. I was like, "Y'all got to come get me." In my car, by the way.
Hmm.
Long time ago. It was a different life back then.
I got a question for you on this one then. Have the little like $10 a song or $20 a song shit, not the champagne room, like the like little mini dances that they don't do it at the table, but they'll bring you to like the little phone booth, right?
Yeah,
No, they do it at the table at our strip clubs. Like, it's
Sometimes they
literally
do,
called a
depending on
table
where you
dance.
are. You could get a $10
They
dance
call
at the
it a table
table
dance.
or a $20 one
They just-
one in the back.
It's so awkward too, right? Like you're sitting there with all your buddies,
yeah,
and they back your chair up, and
Yeah.
then they just get on you and stuff.
totally.
And all your friends are looking at you, and it's like, what are y'all looking at? Like, look out a window or something.
Yeah,
Like,
stop
what are you
looking at
doing?
me jerking off in my head. Like, the whole idea of a strip club, but the cubicle. Have you ever been and the girl puts on a second piece of bottom?
No, the chick I used to get dances from would let me finger her back there.
Okay, but here's the thing. One time I was at a strip club, and the girls
Wait a
wearing.
minute. How you gonna blow right by that?
No, we'll come back to it. Oh, sorry. I'm just into myself right now. Go, Admar, go
walks
ahead.
out licking his fucking hands like he left KFC or something.
You fingered a stripper,
Yeah, several times.
Who hasn't?
but like fingered her or just played with her pussy.
Oh, just fucking straight blasted her.
Like blasted her inside. You're inside of her human body.
Fucking
Yeah.
pick her up with it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I scratched her kid on the head.
Would your fingers didn't fall off? She was pregnant.
So
It just dawned on me.
Jay just got it. Woo!
Oh my god, dude. Okay, so
So the stripper wasn't pregnant, no, but I did finger fuck one of them every time I went there.
Ah, so gross.
Her name was Diamond,
That's not her real name.
black chick.
Of course, there's no white strippers named Diamond. We're always Mandy's or Kelly's or
Felony.
Marconia.
something stupid. But I went.
Spice.
Fantasia.
No, Fantasia's not white here. No, it's like Alyssa. Gay names. But I went in the back once, and the girl was wearing like a bikini bottom, and then she stepped into a second bikini bottom,
Was it SpongeBob?
and I said, I thought this transaction was the opposite. You know, you don't put on more clothes. She goes, I'm on my rag, just like that, just like that.
Oh no.
So I had to sit there for 3.5 minutes, right, listening to some fucking R. Kelly song, just being like, let's just end this. Take $20, let me go. Another time on one of my buddy's bachelors.
I'm on the rag.
Yeah, I'm not even like, oh, just I'm on my rag, like spat while she said it, I'm on my rag. Another time,
Super gross.
we're just in like the regular area. It was my buddy's bachelor party, and we got all of his younger brothers in. This is the pilot. All of his younger brothers in to a strip
Way to
club.
put him on Front Street.
Oh,
No
I guess,
shit.
Yeah, sorry.
Do you have his permission to tell this?
No, he didn't do anything wrong. And his
Did he
wife.
sign a waiver?
Yeah, I'm fucking spilling tea. So I'm buying dances for the little brothers, right? And they're just doing it at the table. And this girl's been dancing on this guy all night. The youngest one. He might have been 15 at the time, 16. And then all of a sudden she like does this ultra bend, and then like this boop, bungee cord just pops right out.
Nice.
And he just looked at me and I said, bro, you're 15, man. Take what you can get. You know, like, what do you expect, man?
That's funny. We're talking about this shit because I was thinking about strip clubs earlier. I don't know what reminded me of it. One of the last times I went was for a work thing, and it's when I was a pipe fitter. So just a bunch of drunk fucking union dudes hanging out in the strip club, and this chick was bending over on the stage, putting her ass in this dude's face, and he fucking scooted back so fast that he flipped over his chair and fell out of it. He's like, "She smells like shit. She must have just shit."
You got kicked.
We got kicked out.
Yeah, I was going to say.
We went to there was a Tilted Kilt up by my job that closed down a couple years ago.
That's a strip
It
club,
was
Tilted
like-
Kilt?
No.
Oh.
It's like Hooters, but way better.
Okay.
Like trashier though, right?
It's like a Twin Peaks almost.
Now we don't
Yeah.
have those.
But the girls that they had here were like top notch. So they were all really, really hot. And there's one chick, Rachel. She's older, like in her 40s, right? MILF, right? But like, so sometimes she would get really drunk and do really stupid shit. So she tried to do that thing.
Stupid or awesome?
Depends on who you ask.
Yeah.
She tried to do that thing where she would hold the fucking pint glass in her ass cheeks and somebody would fucking pour the draft beer in it.
That's
and
a
she did
thing?
it for this guy. Huh?
That's a thing?
Yeah.
So she did it for this guy. And she set the glass down in front of him and he goes, I don't want that. I'm not drinking that. Can you pour me a beer like a normal fucking person? she was so offended.
I mean, he's at the wrong place, right?
Right.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah,
dude,
he
what
should
are
have been there.
Yeah, he should
What
have
are you
been
doing here?
asked to
man?
leave.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. You don't do that to somebody. Like, you just, you could not drink it if you're a weirdo. Or if there was, fecal on there, you don't embarrass the chick. She's trying to have you enjoy your night. So.
Yeah, most people will pay extra for that type of thing, and this guy didn't want none of it.
Have you ever been screwed? Hold on, let me rephrase that. Have you ever been ripped off at a strip club before?
No, I did get offered a job once.
For what? Fluffing the girls?
No, me and this group of people, we used to bartend and DJ at one of the big bars up where I'm from, and we were.
What was
closed.
your DJ name, bro?
No, I just fucking idiot.
DJ Idiot?
Yeah, I was the fucking drunk asshole.
Okay.
But like, we all didn't DJ or do any bar shit on like Tuesdays, so we went to the strip club up in St. Joe, and we drink a shit ton, pay the strippers off. And I got drunk one night and started dancing on stage and climbing up the pole and doing pole dances. And the owners were there, and they were like, "Hey, dude, if we ever decide to have a fucking like a dude stripper night, like, you interested?" This was like 100 pounds ago.
Is this a flex or
Just a weird story of my convoluted life.
so you could dance on a pole? Well, that's kind of I could see it.
I when I'm drunk, I can spin around it pretty good. Just hold on and
Well, the
throw
thing
your weight around.
spins.
This makes me want to go to a strip club.
Me
now.
too.
Whole conversation.
Do all strip clubs smell the same? I know we've had this conversation about vaginas
Yeah,
and
they
tilapia.
smell like weed.
They smell like patchouli,
and fucking cucumber melon from Bath and Body Works.
Oh yeah,
cucumber melon, and fucking cocoa butter.
we're not allowed to smoke in ours. Every single thing smells like just like that vanilla nude makeup that they put all over their bodies. You know what I mean? With the sparkles in it. But I've been in a strip club before where all of a sudden a bouncer just comes up to you and goes, "Dude, you got to pay $500 or you're gonna get the fucking ass shit kicked out of you." And you're going, "What the fuck are you talking about?" They're like, "You were in the back with so and so," and like I've been there 10 minutes.
Yeah, dude.
Okay, come fight me then.
Well,
That's
no,
what
there's like 3 of them, and I don't know about the
Fuck.
strip clubs where you are. Where we are, it's 100% run by bikers and mafia.
Bro, yeah, these dudes that run them try to be that, but like, you come talking that shit to me, I have a gun on me everywhere I go. You're not going to flex on me like that.
Yeah, I don't have a gun, and I'm this big.
Stupid Canadians.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah, who the fuck goes to a strip club without a gun?
Right? Like, what are you doing?
we went for a family vacation in Florida right before COVID, and me, the pilot, and my buddy, he was single, so we had the excuse to go to a strip club. It was great. 2 days after we leave, we're still in Florida. 6 people killed.
What year is this? 22? So I haven't been to a strip club in 15 years.
15 years.
15 years.
Wow.
Because I didn't answer Rucker that one.
Yeah, I was
time.
gonna say you could have won a couple of years ago. Like, you're a cocksucker.
Yeah, strip clubs are like, I feel like it's one of those things where you either have a great time or you have a horrible time.
Do you guys still have the friend that's like our age that's not married that's like always, let's go to the strip club? Like,
No.
I got a friend like that every time we go out to the bar or something, like that's how he wants the night to end. It's like, fuck, dude, we got to go to the strip club, dude. Like,
That guy fucks hookers. End of story.
yeah, like
Yeah.
go find a girl to take home. Like, quit going and buying a steak without eating it.
Yeah, it's like, it's a weird concept when you really think about how the strip clubs work, right? I know. Yeah, no, I mean, they have a time and place. I think here, especially in Montreal, you could bang most of the chicks that are there. You know, you're like, listen, $200, let's just fuck right here. But it really is the weirdest concept. You're like,
Yeah, that much. Just take them to fucking Waffle House after they get off work.
yeah, but see, like, I'm not walking around with Pringles between my legs, bro.
Yeah,
They
have to
grind
pay.
on you, and they're like, I get off at 2, bring me to Waffle House.
I get off at 2, and then I get off again at 2:45.
Oh boy. But it's a weird concept. You walk into a room with a bunch of other dudes.
I just heard that.
What's that?
I just heard that Pringles.
Oh, yeah. But you walk into this room filled with other guys and a few naked chicks, and you're all there just trying to not. You can't do anything about it. It's like the weirdest concept. You're sitting there just like blue balling, and
Everybody's there to be a pervert, and
It's-
like
it's-
you all know it, but you don't acknowledge it.
like how many dicks are going up and then back down, you know, without release in that vicinity. It's so weird. I feel like the only time and place that I really enjoy myself there, because if one buddy's like, oh, let's go to the strip club, and it's just like a fucking Wednesday night and you end up going, you're like kind of not into it. But I get it. Like a bachelor party, it's wild. You're buying somebody thing. There's a mood. Usually the party kind of gets revolved around you and shit like that. So it's exciting, but
What about your significant other like going to the strip club with?
That's what I was gonna say. The best times I've had at the strip club was with girls that I was dating when they're like, fuck yeah, let's go to the strip club. And then they're the ones being extra pervert.
I would agree with that. I think like I've been to the strip club like probably 5-6 times with Catherine, and as much as she's
Okay, you little fucking pervert, you.
So she's now I know what she does during the day.
shit, there's no Chevys at the strip club. Okay,
There's some in the parking lot.
probably actually, but no,
There's a stripper named Cavalier.
she just becomes. At least she's a girl, right?
This joke is never going away.
It's a good joke. I
It just
like
got it just keeps getting layers.
it. Okay, but she always makes like really good friends with the strippers. We were in Florida, and we're with another couple who loves going to these, and the couple's wife was just absolutely just like loving it, right? And my wife was more like, here's pictures of my kids. Dude, they're friends on Instagram like 5 years later. They meet up in Vegas on a work trip.
Vegas.
Well, maybe strippers can be good people. I don't know.
She was awesome. But I'll say this though. The strip clubs are dirtier in Montreal, but the strip club experiences I've had in the States, like dirtier is in like hot chicks that will do anything. But the ones in the States, they put on a show just for the stage. Like there was 3 girls spinning around. It was pretty wild. It was like striptease.
Catherine says, I still have one on my Instagram. She invited me to some parties. I didn't go. She was definitely an escort that weekend.
But she was
Fuck
very
yeah.
nice.
The OG fucking only fan.
Could you date a girl that was doing that for a living?
No.
The more I think about it, I think I could.
Every day from 9
I'm
p.m. till
too-
2, you're going to just want to blow your head off.
Yeah, I'm too fucking like territorial when it comes to women.
Me too.
Like that's like, I hate to sound like a caveman, but that's mine.
I'm not
I don't,
jealous.
want, I don't want anybody else touching that. That's mine.
I'm not a jealous guy. Are you a jealous guy, Rucker? As far as it goes for like, just like,
Fuck yeah, I'm jealous.
Okay, but like, let's say you go to a bar and your group at a table ends up talking to the group beside them, and it's an intermix of guys and girls, and your girl's talking to a guy or two guys and a girl, something like that. I never even.
Oh no, not like that.
Yeah, I'm
But
no.
like
I have no
if you
problem.
tell me you've been doing things with somebody else throughout the day, and then you come home and you're like, you want to do something? Like, fuck no.
Well, no. I mean, I don't want my girl to go to
love
to be a stripper, but I don't. I feel like I grew out of that because back in the day it was like I hated my girlfriend even talking to another guy.
I find it odd, guys that date strippers or like tilted kilt girls or whatever, and they show up at work and like watch them.
That's fucking weird.
Yeah. And
Actually,
it's dangerous.
if you've been to Hooters or you've been to Tilted Kilt or you've been to strip, you've seen this happen in your lifetime once or another. And like, I don't know, it's just like if I was, if you're dating like a bartender, I'm not gonna show up while you're at work, because how do bartenders get money? They flirt.
You're flirting.
You know what I don't want to see? You flirting with some dude and him talking about how nice your fucking ass is, and then when you walk away, he's telling everybody how he wants to bang you and all that. Like,
But isn't that the fun of it, of dating one of them that all these dudes want what you have that's
No.
coming home to you?
I mean, I know that anyway. I don't need to see it firsthand.
I could see somebody being into it, but it's not me. That's for sure. Like
Yeah,
I
wouldn't want to do it.
at our local bar in town, we used to have a bartender, and she was like a social butterfly, and she was super sweet. Never, ever, ever crossed the line. Like, wasn't a flirty person, just a sweetheart, you know? And I remember during the era where we were going to that bar, 3-4 times a week, her boyfriend would show up at like 9 p.m. and stand in the same place at the corner of the bar where you couldn't see him from every angle. And after every drink, she would just go right back to him and lean over and talk. And I'm sitting there going, man, that's no way to live.
It's a
Like,
bad business model.
I'm like, just
Yeah,
let your
that's
girl
bad
do
for
it,
business.
man. You know,
Oh,
Gossip
wow.
Columnist wants to know who it was.
I'm
Was
not
it
naming
Lorelai
her.
Gilmore.
No, not her. She was a skank.
I'm about to go find Steph on Instagram and search Lorelai now. See what this bitch looks like.
Big old tits. She was,
So this kind of runs into a topic I was gonna put in, but I didn't. So we could stick kind of along these lines. So my parents are still married. Been married for 45 years now. And they always talk about how it was when they were young, about,
what is she naming names for in the chat? Let's relax here. Jesus. Sorry, not to interrupt you.
Oh, Jordan's sister. Okay.
Yeah, then she named her name.
Yeah, Aaron.
Oh, fuck.
Now
Hey,
Jay's
we're on Patreon. Oh, look, she just retracted her.
Oh,
message.
Lorelai Reed.
Yeah, that's her. That's Lorelai.
Follow.
Follow.
It's private. I got to see what's doing. I'm gonna unfollow her as soon as I look at all her pictures.
Here's the thing: if you follow her, she's gonna see that we're mutual friends, and I'm the only mutual friend of you. And now I'm gonna get dragged into this shit.
No, she's
You're
going to be
not
like,
the
who's
only
this fucking creeper going through his friends list?
You're not their only mutual friend. JJVS follows her also.
Okay.
So now I know. So now I'm Canadian by virtue.
What were you gonna say, Amara? Though, sorry, I cut you off.
So my parents talk about when they were younger, like the whole dating scene was like you dated multiple people. If you're not committed or going steady with somebody, you're dating multiple people. And
That's abuse now, by the way.
well, so
Not really. I'm just making a joke.
I've seen a lot of chicks that I'm friends with on Facebook this week, within the last day, actually post, well, if we're in the talking stage and you heart react some girl stuff, then that tells me you're not honest and not dedicated to me. That if you're in the talking stage, that to me, that's just dating. Like, why?
You're seeing them? Or, no, so you're dating. You're dating. Yeah.
Right. Like, I think that's what this generation has lost. Is back in the day, it used to be you dated multiple people at the same time. You're not dating one person. You're not in a committed relationship. Now, today, people think that, oh, if we're talking, then you're not allowed to associate with any females. And like, I could show you some TikToks that prove this. This chick is like, my husband's not allowed to be in the same room alone with a chick. My husband, if he's in a place where, there's females, he has to go in the other room.
I've seen
Like,
that TikTok.
That sounds fucking crazy.
Well, like, the term "are you dating"? That's like, probably from our parents' era, where you would be going on multiple dates, but I don't think dates were as big of a deal back then. Meaning you would, it was more formal, let's be honest. So you would ask a girl out, you'd pick her up, you bring her out, you get her dinner, you talk, you spend the night, you drop her off. Now, you send her a DM, you meet her, you fuck her, and then you drop her off.
And then you start dating.
And then, everybody's an asshole and there's all these new rules. Because back in the day, you didn't fuck. Even when I was dating back in the day, you didn't, I didn't date like that.
That was a long way into it, the fucking part.
The
It was
fucking
never
part?
like, it was rarely the first date hookup. Like, you had to work for it back then. And that was just like, what are you doing later?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Right.
What are you doing, man?
And I agree with Jay. I feel like that everybody who dates these days is you fuck on the first date to get that test drive in. But
I'm not
people-
opposed to test drive.
right, but people think that, oh, well, we just met yesterday on Snapchat. We're on a date today. You can't be talking to anybody else. Why not?
I feel like for us is like, if you ask a girl on a date, like, I'm from a small town, so if you ask a girl on a date, there's probably a good understanding that you like them. You know what I mean? So when you were on the date, one of the two was into it. The other one might just be on a date. Like, you ask a girl, she's like, yeah, okay, I'll go to the movies with you on Tuesday. You think about it forever from that Friday to the Tuesday. She's just like, oh, it's Tuesday. Oh, yeah, I'm still down for the movie. They're dating. But one of the two is always more into it, I think, when I was younger. And you would kind of get it where you would meet them in like a group environment with other friends. And then a couple days later, you might see them again. You try and get the two groups together. Then at that point, you could probably start, because there was still no texting when we were kids, right?
Right.
So you'd have to get their home phone number.
I don't know. I feel like that maybe that's why relationships don't last, because people think they're in a committed relationship way earlier than they are. Like, people worry about somebody that they're not in a committed relationship with.
Yeah.
I have not committed myself to you. I have not said that we are together. We're in a relationship. We're not Facebook official. I'm going to date you tomorrow. I'm going to go out with this other bitch on Friday.
It's not like you waste a lot of time with the Facebook official thing, Edmire.
That's true.
You went on one date. Next thing you know, there was another set of eyebrows in your fucking profile.
But I feel like he's reflecting on his past failures.
and they were way up here, those eyebrows.
Okay.
So are her nipples, though.
That's fair. I mean, hey, give me all the heat, but I'm not one to say, hey, we went on one date. You're not allowed to go on any other dates. You're not allowed to heart react somebody's Facebook status. You're not allowed to like this picture or do this.
So when
Like,
so when you change your picture on Facebook to you and Katie Faye, you would have been cool with her going on another date with somebody else?
No,
At that point, yeah.
No.
Get the fuck out of
No,
here.
you wouldn't. Not at that
Get
point.
the fuck out of here.
No, you
I don't
wouldn't.
believe that. Now, as far as like liking somebody's picture, whatever. But you definitely wouldn't have been cool with her going on a date with somebody. You and her, your profile picture on Facebook, and then she's posting pictures with her and fucking, what's his name? Scooter?
Tyrone.
Tyrone. Cooper?
No,
Twig?
the fucking real guy.
Rex?
Boomer.
Boomer.
She's posting pictures with her and Boomer, but you got her and you as your fucking Facebook profile.
Yeah, you
picture?
start commenting, you're going to look like a real cuck, bud.
Yeah, you wouldn't have been cool with that at all.
In the beginning, yes, I would have, because we weren't committed yet.
Well, you were
You
trying to
committed
seal the
enough
deal.
to change your profile picture to you and her.
That was kind. it was kind of a joke.
It wasn't a joke.
Okay, so my wife makes a good point here. If
She doesn't. She never makes a good point. Don't let her call in.
oh yeah, the thing's open. So if somebody wants
I'm
to call,
kidding, by the way. I love Kevin.
If a guy was interested in me back in the day and he showed interest in another girl, I wouldn't take him seriously anymore. So it's the same with liking other girls' pictures now. Here's the thing, though.
That's not the same.
No, it's not the same. And honestly, I think there's a really, really important lost art that males and females have lost over the years. You know, when, they say chivalry is dead or all that other shit. Choose your cliche, but I feel like level-headedness is over. Everybody's reactive because we live in a society where everything's so fast, right?
And it's the FOMO.
And there's a lot of FOMO. But if you're a level-headed guy, right, and you decide I wanna date around, there's no reason. And this is not shady. I mean, it's probably going to be considered shady now because people don't like things not being known and anticipated. But if you're a level-headed dude and you can go on a date with a girl and not fuck her, right? Like you go on a date, you enjoy your time, you're seeing, you're smelling the flowers.
What's
Let's
even
say.
the point?
What's that? What's even the point? No, but if you want to get the dating around thing, you can't bang them because now you've crossed the line. There's like a.
But how does girl A know that you banged girl B
Because
you call it off? No, girl A says, I saw you liked her picture.
Well,
now
no.
we can't.
This is what I'm talking about.
All right.
Level-headedness. It's being in control of what you're doing. You're saying I want to date different girls. That means that you shouldn't react to the girls you date doing stuff on social media, and you should just refrain yourself from liking other girls. Just
Go ahead.
from liking other girls' pictures. Ask the girl out on a date instead of liking your picture and flirting openly with it. That's not level-headed thinking. That's not like we need to go back to a little bit of formality for those kind of traditions to come back.
I agree with Jay to an extent, right? Like when I was married, I could look at pictures on Instagram, right? But you would never see Old Man Rucker like this picture. Old Man Rucker, like some girl like bending over twerking, right? Like you could look at all that.
You gotta be
but you
needed
don't
like
need to
that
have
shit.
you don't need to have your fucking name underneath it saying that you liked it. It doesn't mean anything. You don't know these people, right? You're not going on a date with them. But the fact that you went out of your way to like it, I think is, in a way, when you get to a certain point in the relationship, it is kind of disrespectful to do that.
But is it
100%.
even a relationship if you haven't even went on one date yet?
No, I'm saying further into it. Like obviously I'm
Further
talking
into
about
it, I
when you're
agree.
married, right? But like if you're dating and you're exclusive, like y'all have agreed, I'm not gonna see anybody else, you're not gonna see anybody else. The last thing she wants to do, and the last thing you want to do too, right?
Yeah.
Is you get on Instagram and you see some dude there with abs, and you see her name on there.
100%.
Like picture. And then you scroll, you see another guy with abs, and like he looks like he's got a fucking towel in his pants, and her name's on there, liked it. She don't want to get on there and see fucking L twerk course, right?
Why are you following these dudes and seeing that
and
shit?
You're fucking and you're liking it back and forth. Just look and fucking keep scrolling. Like it's a respect thing.
Yeah, no, you're 100% right, and that's not what I'm trying to get at. And even in the chat, I'm looking at Marshmallow and Gossip Columnist saying if a guy met me and still needed to smell the flowers, and fuck him, don't go to girl A if you bang girl B. I'm not saying that. If you decide for yourself that you want to date girls, meaning you don't know them already, right? If you're friends with a girl or it's a girl from your past, you already have a rapport for them. But let's say you walk into a fucking bar and you walk into a bar maybe 2 or 3 days in a row and you decide to ask out the waitress. And you're like, hey, Thursday night, can I take you out to dinner? And she goes, yeah. All right. Don't add her on social, right? Just ask for her number. You text her the day of going, we're still on for tonight at 7. Yeah. What's her address? You go pick them up. You do it. You drop them off. No socials, right? So it's just the transaction is done. You didn't have sex with her. You smelled the flower. let's say 3 days later, you walk into another bar, you talk to another girl, you do it. You got to be level-headed about it, dude. You can't start. They'll look you up. Yeah, they could look you up. And if they send you a request, it's as simple as this. Don't accept it. You're not there. Why are you taking it to the point where I just met you, we went and had a coffee, or we went and had a couple drinks. We didn't have sex. We didn't kiss. We didn't talk about going on vacation together. We didn't talk about, oh my God, we're like fucking soulmates. I can't believe it. None of that. You're just enjoying each other's company. Why do you guys have to add yourselves on each other on social? That's where it becomes more intimate. As soon as you have that social connection on social media, now they're checking your profile 3 or 4 times a day.
You're 100% right, because this happened 2-3 years ago. I started talking to a chick that she was a mutual friend, whatever. We were friends on Facebook, and I took my daughter to Hobby Lobby that night, and I said, "Oh, we're out here hunting scrub butts." And this chick, like, our date's off.
Well, block.
You're out there looking for other girls,
So you didn't even have a date with her yet, and you already had her on socials.
right?
Well,
But we
you're
kind of
fucked.
knew each other, but kind of
Oh,
didn't.
okay.
But like, if we're not in a committed relationship, I should be able to post funny shit like that without you getting offended.
Yeah, she could be upset about it and hold it, but she should suppress it and be respectful, just like you would the same.
I just think that
What's a scrub butt?
Yeah, what the hell is a scrub butt?
Is a scrub butt is a nurse that's wearing scrubs, has a nice ass, and for some reason, I feel like they all do nowadays.
Oh.
them
been to the
scrubs are
doctor lately?
them scrubs are very flattering.
Can we say one
You
thing
been
about?
to the doctor lately?
No, but I've been in the nurse. No, I'm joking. Out of all the nurses' scrubs, what's your color of preference?
Kind of the dark teal.
I like the dark blue, the navy blue.
Yeah, it's almost like, it's almost royal blue. It's like dark navy. But it's not like dark navy close to black. It's like just like a deep blue. Like the
then
ones
when
on
you
all the
see 'em
porn
on
sites.
TikTok dancing, you know why you're fucking waiting in that goddamn room for so long without anybody coming to check on you, because they're busy fucking dancing to Kanye West on TikTok.
I mean, it's Kansas City blue almost in the back there.
Yeah, it's Dallas blue up there in his window.
Somehow it looks different. Like, okay, you see the poster you have of the baseball park?
Oh, up here.
No, other
Fuck.
side. Other one.
Shit! I keep pointing there.
Dude,
Why am I
keep
pointing
pointing
the
other
same way?
hand, man. It ain't that hard.
What a fucking dork.
You got a new mic. You sound great, but you got to figure out your camera. At the blue at the top of that baseball diamond is the blue.
Royal blue.
It's royal bluish, I guess, but no tints of purple.
Well, I guess my point is, why is it even called the talking stage if you're not allowed to talk to anybody else? Just be fucking committed. Then.
Yeah, but the talking stage is already too far. I'm saying like
you think it's too far?
yeah, because okay, so let's say it's somebody that you did know, right? That's either crept into your DMs or you crept into hers on Facebook. Because I remember doing this when I was still single. Because I was single in the era of Facebook, but not in the era of Tinder and all that shit. So, you might send a girl a thing, and then you're kind of keeping up with her throughout the day. She's like, "Oh, how was your lunch?" Already at this point, you're too intimate. It should just be like back in the day. You would meet somebody, you didn't even know they went to school with you.
Yeah, I went to a little school. I knew
Me
who
too, but
everybody was.
you didn't know the girls down the street at the other school. You know what
It's
I mean?
not that your school was little, admired the buses were.
Short. They were
I
short.
rode the short bus.
I literally rode the short bus. It was a weird.
Oh, we know.
Weird graduating
know.
year. I've never helped so many people in my life. But really, the art of dating is dead. I would agree with that. And the art of seduction is over. The art of
It's a good song by Usher. Seduction.
the art of
Yes.
falling in love, I feel like, is dead these days.
For me, being single
It's the
again,
women's fault.
I will blame them.
These
For me,
bitches these days, they're just trollops. Okay, They
fucking
don't-
harlots.
They don't care.
Okay, can we rephrase it to single ladies these days? Because I feel
Nah.
like the girls that are in marriages successful marriages seem to like as
What things a marriage successful?
what makes a marriage successful?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's a good one.
You know what? I don't think it's measurable. You know, I don't think you could ever say the marriage was successful until the marriage is till one person dies.
So somebody dies?
Yeah.
That's bullshit, though. What if you're married for 10, 15, 20 years? You got kids, couple houses.
You don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah,
you know
but
what?
you still, at the end of it, you still divorced. I feel so.
I think I know what you're going to say, and I agree with you.
Like, I'm getting divorced, right? I feel like ours was successful.
Yeah, no, I was just going to say
almost 15 years.
Yeah. I think that if you're with somebody, you build a life with them, and let's say you drift apart, and it's amicable, and
Yeah.
you end up being divorced. I still think you were in a 15-year successful marriage that
Right.
ended with us going our own ways, and we're still in each other's lives.
Yeah, 100%. It should be. Are we both happy getting out of it? Yes, then it's successful. Are we both happy staying in it? Yes, then it's successful. It's different for everybody, but you can come out. You can end a marriage at 5 years and say that was good.
Marshmallow says a successful marriage is one where the two people never get up on each other at the same time. And I don't want to overshare, but she said that to me when we were in a rough patch. And as much as it helped us out, I don't think that that's a general statement you can make for everybody. I think that it's not a question. I mean, maybe if you say, yeah, giving up. But if you don't give up but come to the realization together that you're better off is just, partner B in life.
I don't think it's necessarily giving up. I think it's you realizing that, like, this isn't working.
Yeah, but that's
It
a successful
would
breakup.
work better. It would work better if we weren't married anymore. We would be better towards one another. If you have kids, the kids will be better afterward. That's not giving up.
No, and
100%. That's taking the biggest great step you can take.
Mhm. I think because that is like a quote I think we read at one point, and I think it's when like one partner becomes they always say like, okay, you're in trouble if
Karen says a successful marriage is the opposite of hers.
Karen always coming in with the big ones.
Don't worry. There's a JP waiting in the wings.
Forget about it.
Oh, damn, I didn't have that ready. Like they say in wrestling, booing is good, cheering is good, indifference is the bad thing. When you're in a relationship and one of the partners is indifferent, they're no longer angry at you, they're just indifferent about it. I think that could lead to an unsuccessful marriage if it ends in divorce. If one just gave up on trying or didn't say, hey, let's work on ending this together. You have to have that conversation where one person just doesn't get complicit and shuts up.
Yeah.
That's true. As long as somebody still has input, then they're still kind of in it.
Mhm.
Like, I agree, man. Like, my ex-wife, she's my best friend right now. And when we were married, I fucking hated her.
I think that happens a lot.
There's a lot of people that you should just stay friends with instead of fucking marrying them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? I think sometimes you have to. I mean, I think everybody could agree marriage is not an easy thing, but you can't just stay friends with them because you're always going to want to marry them if you just stay friends with them. You gotta marry them and then become friends after for you to truly understand.
You're right. Like, that's exactly what I was going to say. Like, you got to find that fucking balance of, you got to keep the friendship separate from the marriage. And that's not something easy to do. I think it's a lot of girls say this, but I'm sure guys do too. But, oh, I wish my husband would date me, actually try and take me on a date. Like, shit like that. You have to find the friendship side, the marriage side, and be that person in the middle every day.
For as many women as I hear say that, I also hear as many men said, I just wish you would suck my dick sometimes.
Well, ladies, there's your fucking key to happiness.
I mean,
Sometimes you just got to go up and grab her by the ponytail and just shove it in.
Well, if she would just do the twisty thing every once in a while, everything would be good.
she can get 2 hands on that thing?
Mine, I don't know about yours.
Oh, the snapback to having a big penis. I love it. Guy gets a new mic, all of a sudden his cock grew.
My dick looks like this mic, son.
It's black?
All right, we got to get the fuck out of here.
All right, we
We
do.
didn't touch on any topics.
Dude, you guys made my fucking day. Not gonna lie. Everybody in the chat was pretty active tonight too. I had a rough day, and I blew off all my steam.
I've had a
This is
rough
great.
week. I
Yeah.
really have.
This is
been
fun, though.
It's been a long week. This is a good session of just fucking chilling.
Mhm.
So I appreciate y'all for that.
Yeah.
You guys want to Zoom?
I'll zoom for a bit, yeah. How do we do that? Should we put in? We're gonna put it in the chat.
Are we gonna put it in Discord?
Fuck it, let's put it in Discord tonight.
All right, I'm making Admire the host because I'm about to do
Make more
something,
bacon.
but I will be there.
Remember, the party don't start till Rucker leaves.
Oh fuck!
And
That
we still,
intro was so good. It's so funny. Some of the shit you said in there.
dude, I
meant to
fucking
bring
crack
one
up.
of those- Go ahead.
Every time it plays, I sit here cracking up in the intro, and I'm like laughing every time we go live because that intro, every
There
intro
was
he
something-
does.
Yeah, there was something that was said in it that I meant to bring up on the show, and I completely forgot about it. But I'm gonna try to remember it next. I'm gonna listen and I'm gonna make a fucking note.
When I made it, I thought it was the worst of the 3 that I've done. But hearing it back,
No, it's super.
it's one of the better ones, I think.
when I when I say all the Asians were hot,
Yeah,
I'm like, hey,
Soo
Soo Young.
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
Yeah. Everybody was really nice in Nashville, except for me.
Yeah, I was an asshole. You think you got drugged? No, I was just drunk.
I called Aaron today. I did, because he's in my phone now, and he made a good point. He says we should make a video montage to start the show instead of it just being the loading screen. So that'll be the next thing that I work on. That takes a little bit more time. We'll get her done.
Well, shit, fellas, y'all got anything to say before we get up out of here?
What a good fucking show. That was a good one.
It was.
That was a fun one, boys.
We brought
Put
the
this one
energy,
behind a
bitches.
fucking paywall, and this one would have been a good one for Twitch for people to come and see for the first time, I think. But it is what it is.
We'll be back Monday.
We'll be back Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on twitch.tv/boot to the face. Tell all your friends about it. Everybody have a good weekend. I hope all your teams win, unless you're an Eagles, Giants, or Commanders fan. In that case, go fuck yourself. For Admire, for J-Bomb, I'm Rucker. This has been 80 Proof on Patreon. Peace.